Chef Alex. Welcome back to our home. And today, we're gonna make something really easy. We're gonna make something called fancy food. So, the name of this dish is very, for me, is unpronounceable. It's Escargot, Chocolat, a Pistache. Alright? Don't ask me to say that shit again. Never. Okay? So, rewind it. So, let me tell you what this is, alright? Essentially, it's puff pastry. Now, you're going to buy your puff pastry, okay? Let's talk about that. Now, I can make another video on how to make puff pastry, but in an event of an apocalypse, that's when you're going to make it. Because this stuff is $5. A pound of butter is $5. So, it doesn't make sense to make it, okay? So, we're going to take some puff pastry. Now, you can do this any way you like, all right? Essentially, they're little roll-ups, all right? Super easy to make. Look how fast this is to make. See, provided it doesn't stick on me. I don't want to use extra flour because then it flours up the dough. Just feel a little sticky. All right, so here we have some nice puff pastry. Okay. As you can see, it's going to want to come this way, all right? So we'll follow the yellow brick road, as they say. All right? So now let me tell you the ingredients. You're going to put 2 ingredients in here. You're going to put pistachio butter, like a little smear, okay? And then you're going to sprinkle it with chocolate chips. That's it. Fancy food, okay? Now this stuff you can get on Amazon, or you can try it at your grocery store. I could not find it at the grocery store. I had to order it because, we're a little out here in the UP. And I want to work it a little bit to get it soft so that it spreads. Because what I want is I want a real thin layer of this. I don't want a lot of this on here. Okay? This stuff is very overpowering. It's yummy. But it's also very overpowering, okay? And I don't want this to be hard, like, out of the fridge, because it'll destroy the puff pastry, okay? So you want to come slow here, take your time, just ignore the fact that it looks like, baby diarrhea. Alright, so you go from here, very gently. And take it slow because like I said, you don't want to add a lot of this. If you get a lump of this in something, then it's going to be like, oh wow, this is really strong. So if you're into this, you're going to love it, but if you don't like too much of it, then, well, like I said, go slow. All right? So the idea here is to get it everywhere. All right? Take it to the edge here, see? Take it to the edge. And I work it a little bit, okay? And what that does is it warms it up a little. See? And it allows me to spread it a little better. Alright? See? So now all we want to do is we want to go as far as we can. Okay? I'm going to make one of these rolls so you can see that as you can see, I have more to make. Okay? So the next step here You'll be like, Chef, there's not a lot of chocolate in there. You're right, there's not a lot of chocolate. Okay? Exactly. There's not a lot of chocolate. Don't overdo it. Okay? So we're going to come over here. We're going to roll this bad boy up. Alright? Now, we'll roll it up a little bit just so that it can get. Okay, I'm going to leave this set over here to the side. Now we're going to take the next one. Okay. We're going to do this guy here. Same thing. Okay. See how he's busted? Don't worry about that. Now the reason why I'm putting you through this torture here, watching me do both of them, is for a reason. So bear with me. Okay. Round 2 is done. Now we're going to take the first one, we'll set it right here. And we'll keep rolling. All right. That's number 2. So you get the gist. What we're going to do here is we're going to layer this in again until we get the 4 layers. Okay. So let me not subject it to the 4 layers. Okay. Check this out. All right. That's 2 layers. We're going to go again and again. Now, I'm going to keep going and then they're going to fast forward this. Okay. But you're going to get to see it. So we've rolled them all up. Now, give me 1 second to wipe this down a little bit. Rinse my hands. All right, so our next step, it's very simple. Now remember, for this stuff to work, that ain't gonna cut it. Okay? So the next step essentially is really, really easy. All right. We're going to take it and we're going to slice it. All right. Now, I go about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. As you can see, they're nice little rolls. And come closer so you can see. As you can see, take a look here. You can see what I mean about not going overboard on the pistachio butter, because it's going to be in every layer, everywhere. Okay? And you want to give these a little bit of room. They're going to puff up. That's probably going to be the chef one, the ugly one. All right. So once you have them there, your next step is to take some egg that you've beaten and give it a brush. Okay? You got to give them a brush. Very important. Now, this is puff pastry, and it likes to go straight from the fridge to the oven. Believe it or not, that's how puff pastry likes to work. It doesn't like to sit on the counter and get warm. It's not that kind of. That's not how it rolls. Okay. Now, I usually go the tops first. That makes me know how much egg I have left. And in this case, I'm going to have a lot of egg left. So I'm going to come back and do all the sides too. Not just the tops. So when it puffs up and opens up, my sides are shiny. But first thing is you do your tops so you have enough. So if you're low on egg or whatever, you know, always do your tops first and then come back. Okay. In this case, we have lots of eggs, so we're okay. Only have one, and believe it or not, this is one egg. I was contemplating doing 2. So one thing about chefs, we never have enough food. And you want to give it a nice little, you know, coat of egg so that it gets shiny, you know. Alright, so we've got them all with our egg, nice and brushed. Now this is sugar. Now I separated a little bit of sugar so I can pinch it out, and I don't want to dirty up my container. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to just sprinkle some sugar on top of them like this, okay? And what this will do is when it cooks, give it that nice little grainy look on top, and the sugar will caramelize and get a nice color. Okay, you don't want a lot because this is a sweet, already sweet, so you don't want to overpower it with sugar. All right. So now now that the, don't ask me to say that crap again. That is done. What we're going to do is we're going to pop it in the fridge for 15 minutes. Okay? And maybe 20. And in those 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to turn on our oven and get it hot. Now, I don't have a hot oven. Why? Because this has to sit in the cold for a good 15 to 20 minutes. Remember, this is puff pastry. It likes to come from the cold straight into the hot. So if you're sitting out here and it's getting warm on you, get that butter cold so that the butter can boil in the oven and make it puffy. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to get it hot, and I'm going to come back when these are out of the oven. They're going to bake at 425 degrees between 15 and 22 minutes. Okay, you're going to see them when they come out. That's the way they look, and in that moment, that's when you take them out. So it's anywhere between 15 to 22 minutes at 425 degrees. We'll be back. All right, we're back, and I'm eating. Check these bad boys out. Come closer so you can look at this. Take a look at that. This is our Escargot Chocolat de Pistache. Like I said, don't ever ask me to say that again. That actually hurt. So check out a little bit of the crust. It's like air. Beautiful. This is outrageously simple. Okay? You can get pistachio cream, pistachio butter at the store, on Amazon, online. Pick a place, you can find it. It's very abundant. Chocolate chips at the store. I recommend you serve this with a hot chocolate. Relatively unsweetened. Okay? Don't over sweeten it. Now, as you can see, this took from beginning to end maybe 20-25 minutes. So you can see how easy this is. If you don't have the pistachio stuff, you can make it with peanut butter. Just add powdered sugar to your peanut butter until it's sweet enough that you like it. Okay? That's it. Spread it. One more peek before we sign out. And remember, learn to cook and you'll eat better for the rest of your life.